That's cool. Nope, that sounds gross.
Yep. So if I ever recorded it live, that would be my vocal in it at the end of it for Michael.
I can't fucking.
But why do you do it?
I don't
with your
know.
hands?
I don't know. I feel like it makes it more like menacing. I don't know.
All right. In 3, let me get the timer up. Menacing.
All right. I'm already sweating. Shit.
All right. And
This episode was sponsored by BetterHelp.
hey guys, welcome to Nerd Locker Podcast, your podcast for everything. But today, again, it's for entertainment because we had Daredevil episodes 5 and 6 come out.
Right.
So we need to talk about that, guys. So before that, my name's Adam.
And I'm Oliver.
And we're going to bring to you some of our thoughts. So we're going to go over each episode in the first segment, and then the first episode in the first segment, and the second episode in the second segment. So for episode 5, we had a bank heist.
It was a bank heist. I love bank heist. Ocean's 11 is like my favorite movie.
That shit was great.
Like an Italian Job.
Started off so quiet.
I was like, holy shit.
It like ramped up and like after the title card, right?
Yeah.
I was like, right, yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is... Also, did I like... So is there a reason for the different... So, okay, you start.
No, you're good. I was going to say...
So at the beginning, at the bank heist, they all walk in, they're like, all right, let's do this shit. And they all had different colored masks.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a representation of something?
Those are the Infinity Stones, yep.
Oh, okay. That's
why that orange diamond's like the Soul Stone.
Yes,
kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
So,
and he wore red because Daredevil.
Yeah, so if you think about it, the way they were kind of doing it for the most part, because not all of the robbers, maybe in cuts that they got out, they all had like speaking lines, but you definitely see like the green one, even though it's green, yes, like it deals with St. Patty's Day on that day, but also goes with the time stone because he kept telling him like you have this much time, this much. So it was definitely like reference to that.
I did love that. Yeah.
And then like the red one, which is the reality stone, is like that's the first one Matt beats up to let him understand his reality of being Daredevil. You can't get away from it. You have to be Daredevil.
It was cool.
Like now down below with the blue one, which would represent the Tesseract, which would be the Space Stone. I would say like that being so linked to Kamala Khan's powers makes sense why the blue one would go down with her father.
Oh, okay.
So like I think that's where the references kind of stay because we don't hear from the other ones.
So yeah, in the beginning of the episode we get a little bit of interview between Matthew and
Kamala Khan.
Yusuf Khan.
Yusuf Khan.
And
he says it differently. He says Yusuf.
It's Yusuf Khan.
Yeah.
But it's pronounced like Khan.
Yeah.
That's why everyone spells it wrong. My last name is also Khan. So, and it's also...
He's actually related to Miss Marvel, guys.
We're flagged.
In the MCU, you would be.
I guess technically, yes. But yeah, so we get this whole, like, relationship between Matt Murdock and Yusuf.
Mm-hmm.
And that was amazing because Yusuf is like, Are you like a lawyer? And he's like, I'm just a really good one.
Yeah.
And I love that line.
At the end, yeah.
That was really awesome.
Calls back to No Way Home, which I'm not... So, other things to reference, like, I don't know why, but when I first watched it and going in the beginning, didn't it give you a lot of, like, Dark Knight vibes?
It did a little bit, yes, because of Joker.
Yeah, because like the bank, like it's just the way it was shot,
100%.
The cars moving, and stuff like that.
It was fucking wild, and I thought people were gonna start killing each other, and I got concerned.
I was I thought there was gonna be more deaths. I'm not gonna lie in this, and also because they barely got speaking parts, I was surprised by the twist. Like someone was on the inside, but that also goes to like regular bank heists, the girl. And like that he said like give this off, which I do think they were working for Vanessa. I'm gonna assume because he says give this to Luca, so I think it definitely goes to Vanessa in some way. But like everything about it, just like Matt's. First off, he left, and then like he hears
it, and comes back.
Yeah.
I'm like, Yo, this is why I love
And the way he
scene.
uses his blindness to like.
Dude, it's so insane. Sorry, guys. I just love how he hears things, like
Yes.
how they portray it.
How they like
And then
take the sound
they
out.
take the sound out, and he could hear like
Yeah.
conversations having like being done down the
It's like
street.
Spidey sense.
It's like Spidey sense, exactly. And the fact that he came back is such like a good character building thing. I was just like, oh my god, it's just how he stood up to the robbers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he was like, I'm blind. They don't give a shit.
So-
I don't give a shit.
Do you believe in your head, which do you like better not out of Matt Murdock, but like out of the 3 Spider-Men we got?
Okay.
What Spidey sense portrayal did you like the most? Because they all had their own version of it.
Okay, so we have Toby who had the
What like he would
thing,
it would the
right?
camera would always zoom in on the things he hears.
Yes.
Yeah, there's that.
and then there's like the fly for Toby, right? Remember?
No, that's still Toby. We're
That's
talking
Toby,
about
and
Andrew.
then the
I don't think Andrew had it. Yeah, he had the
he
spitball.
had, no.
That was still Toby.
Toby
yeah.
had the spitball.
Yeah.
I don't
remember what Andrew
I
had.
don't think Andrew had.
I don't think so. But and Peter didn't. They didn't show it until the third one, No Way
Right.
Home, when
No
he
Way
was
Home with
figuring
the
out.
Goblin.
Yep. So I don't know if Andrew like they portrayed it.
I don't think they.
I don't think so
I don't
either.
think they did.
But it seems like they
Let
used
us know in the comments
yeah.
if we're wrong.
we might be.
But
I don't remember it. If it happened, it wasn't memorable.
oh yeah, I got worried for a second. I thought
okay.
my lens were on.
No. So like, it wasn't memorable enough.
Dude, honestly, I think it's because of the visual. It's got to be Toby. That fly is.
I do
so
like Toby's.
burned into my mind.
I feel like they combined both Toby's and Tom Holland's to create Matt's, because you didn't get that. You kind of got it in the Netflix one, but not too much. This one's definitely like
There's a difference.
they use lens flare every time. Have you noticed?
Every time.
On his ear.
Yep.
Every single fucking
Every
time.
So it was weird. I'm not a huge fan of lens flare, but I mean, if you use it, you use it. That's fine. But it was still like, it was so surreal to
Yeah.
see it back again. So like, I loved Daredevil's whole like zoom in and then have the pulse of
Yeah.
like his ears like listening. That's so good. Oh my god. That was so good.
This episode is really well done. It definitely seems like, with all the context in it and the lack of connectivity in a way to everything else, until you get to episode 6, because episode 6 kind of connects it to 5, but 5 doesn't connect to anything.
No, it's so weird. You can
It's-
watch 5 by itself.
You can. I think that's one of the ones they didn't change in the reshoots. I think that just stayed consistent no matter what. If anything, the only things they probably redid were maybe some of the Matt with Yusef scenes to like interact them a little bit more. But
there was some weird cuts.
there were some weird cuts, but not enough. Not as much as episode 6, but we'll get into that. But overall, I think this one was a solid episode. I think this is a very, very, very good episode to show anybody to get them into Daredevil. More so than
Fair
Netflix
enough,
shows.
yeah.
I think if someone said, I don't know who Daredevil is or what he does, show them this, because
Would you?
they don't get the costume.
Would you show them this, or would you show them Ben Affleck?
No, I would. No, I'm saying for this, like MCU Daredevil.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
watch this.
Oh, okay.
Like, out of all of the episodes so far that we've ever gotten of this show, even the Netflix stuff, I think this is the one that you start with if you really want to start the show. Because when you start first episode of season
you won't
1,
understand. You
not
won't get the feel.
It's
for it.
not understand. It's just slow.
You won't. Yeah, you won't get like the
It's
feel
super
that like,
slow.
oh, this is coming back type thing.
kind
Like,
of. I
because
think
it's been so long. It's been what, 7 years since
I
after
don't.
season
Yeah,
2?
I'm not. I think more of the fact of I would show this to someone if they don't know who the character is and they want to know, like what he can, like what is the point of him, because he
Oh, okay.
gives exposition of he's a lawyer. He explains to
That's
the
true.
person,
That's
I'm
true.
an
Fair
orphan.
enough. Yeah.
Like everything.
He does.
It's like he basically
He gives you a whole background.
Yeah, he
in
runs
this-
seasons 1
in
through
this- in this
3
whole thing.
in one sentence.
And
Yeah.
then next episode we have him.
Yeah.
Well, we'll explain later.
Yeah. But like I think I would show this to like a friend that has never seen Daredevil, just the episode, and then say, if you like it, go back to season 1. If you don't, because it doesn't spoil anything, there's
the only
nothing
thing
of
it
it.
spoils is it has to
Miss
talk
Marvel.
about a little bit Miss Marvel, which is a different series,
Yeah.
and then White Tiger, which has some exposition to it.
Kind of, in a way.
A little bit there,
Yeah.
but like
Not enough to where like, yeah.
I could be blind.
I think this is a really good blind. blind
You get it?
episode. This is a
You
really
get it?
good blind episode, yeah. But before we get on to the next one, here's a word from our sponsor.
Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. I know it's been a really rough year for everyone here, but BetterHelp is the world's largest therapy service, and it's 100% online. With BetterHelp, you can tap into a network of over 30,000 licensed and experienced therapists who can help you get a wide range of issues done. To get started, you just answer a few questions about your needs and preferences in therapy. That way, BetterHelp can match you with the right therapist from their network. Then you can talk to your therapist however you feel comfortable, whether it's via text, chat, phone, or video call.
And you can message your therapist at any time and schedule live sessions whenever it's convenient for you. And if your therapist isn't the right fit for any reason, you can switch to a new therapist at no additional cost. And with BetterHelp, you get the same professionalism and quality you expect from in-office therapy, but with a therapist that is tailored to your needs and preferences, more scheduling flexibility, and at a more affordable price. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/nerdlocker, and we have also linked them down below in the description, and that is betterhelp.com/nerdlocker.
And we're back. So, episode 6.
Those.
These are my socks. My socks.
From where?
Stance.
Oh, nice. I like them.
They're part of the all my Stance. This is not a promotion, guys, but all my Stance socks are infinite. And what that means is they have a little symbol in the bottom. If you guys ever get Stance socks, and they have a little symbol in the inside that has a little infinity symbol. This guy right there.
Oh, that guy.
If you have that, and then you get holes in these socks, you could take them to any stance, anytime for the rest of your life, and get them swapped out for any other pair.
Oh, your whole outfit looks pretty cute.
Thanks.
Yes. What?
You've never said that before.
I know. It's really rare.
Anyways, guys. So episode 6.
Wild.
Very wild. When we were watching it, though, there's a lot of weird cuts.
I pointed that out immediately, and
and they made sense at the end, but still, okay, so I'm gonna take a guess of what this was. I think in the writing and editing room when the reboot happened, they said, just like with a lot of other weird cuts between Vanessa and Wilson Fisk.
Yeah. The therapy.
Like in therapy, yeah. Because now that they're close, now that it's further into it, you see them together.
Yeah.
But I think that's what this is. I think this was most of what we have in this episode needs to happen to push this plot forward. But there's a couple of extra lines that need to be added in with ADR to portray the quick, I feel like I feel like episode 6 in the original cut was episode 5 and 6.
But it was
you know what I mean?
I think wasn't between them. I thought it was.
No, I think it was. So look at it this way. It depends on what episode 7 brings and what how much actions. If it starts off really quick, I'm gonna assume this episode 5 in the original cut was everything up to Matt saying "fuck it" before he puts on the costume.
Also,
you know what I mean?
Back to that. That's a fucking great line.
Right? Yeah, that was awesome.
Was amazing.
But I think that's what it was. I think that's where the cut was of the episode. It was like "fuck it." And then the next episode would have opened up with him beating the fuck out of Muse.
I'm still getting to
Yeah.
Muse.
So I think that's what it was. And I think there's more to this. Because remember how you said it ended abruptly?
Yeah, I did.
That's what I'm saying. I think there was more to this episode. This was episode 6.
Yeah, that makes
And they
sense.
cut it in half and moved it over.
That makes sense.
And then put this is how they're rearranging things to prolong it out, because they were originally scheduled, when they first announced this, they said it was going to be an 18 episode first season.
Yeah, right.
And now it's 9 episode first, 9 episode second. So they're splitting this with reshoots. So I think that the jump cuts, yes, came from reshoots, but at the same time, I think it was always going to be jump cuts to reflect
it was so weird
that
for
story.
even me to notice the jump cuts. Could typically
the ADR that went over other scenes.
I noticed that too.
Yeah.
Because there were some times where Matt's voice was a little bit higher than someone he's talking to.
Or even with Fisk.
Even with Fisk.
There were certain points where he was talking at that party, and then they cut to him getting dressed with Vanessa. But the audio from the previous scene is still going.
So weird.
Yeah.
And so,
Also, did you notice he was standing and then sitting?
Yeah, I did notice.
Yeah,
that.
like he was standing over the woman, and then all of a sudden he's sitting down
And then
at eye
we
level.
noticed the other one where he's smiling at his significant other at his
Oh,
house.
Matt, yeah.
Yeah, Matt, and then he starts like just like not smiling.
Yeah, it's so so many things were just so jarring. But
It's
we
just
also got
inconsistency.
Swordsmaster in this
Yes,
one.
we did.
Which is from Hawkeye,
Yes.
guys. So we got what's his name? Jock. What is it, Jock? No.
No, is Jacques?
I don't know, or John. I don't remember what it was.
It's-
Anyways, guys, I'm sorry, I don't remember, but he's a smaller character, which I don't think he's gonna survive this season.
I don't think so either. We haven't seen too
with
much
this.
of
I think he's gonna get killed by a task force. Honestly, unfortunately.
Yo, can we talk about this task force?
Yeah.
What is this?
We also have a task force, guys, which is what Kingpin has denounced or announced as his like special privilege, no body camera police,
Elite
squad,
force
yeah,
type thing.
that he's gonna send out to take care of the vigilantes,
Right.
specifically
But
Muse.
Before we talk about that,
yeah,
word from.
we already did that.
Oh, we did. Damn it! I thought I had the job this time. Sorry, guys.
We did that 5 minutes ago.
No, I forgot. Okay.
Anyways, so we you're stressed. I understand.
So I'm so stressed. We'll talk about that at the end of the podcast.
Yeah. So other than that, guys, they're gonna go try to kill Muse, and now we're gonna talk
Right.
real quick about this fucker, Muse.
Yeah. Who is this guy?
Bro, okay, so I want to sum this up real quick, guys. I believe it's the weird fucking kid that went and talked to Matt's significant other right now, because I keep forgetting her fucking name. But he goes to her at her book signing, and he's just so odd and awkward. I think that's the same person. I also have theories that that's the real Adam, but that's a different story.
You?
No, I think it's I think that's the person that Vanessa was describing because of all this crime she's involved with. I
yeah,
think
okay.
she gave Fisk a fake Adam to beat up.
Ah.
And that's why this guy's like, just let me go. He's probably, we don't see everything he says. I bet you he has probably told him, like, I'm not Adam, and Fisk doesn't believe
That's
him.
Interesting.
So there's that. And then, but with Muse in the comics, he had a power, because he was an Inhuman, that would block Matt's radar sense.
Oh.
So
Okay.
I have a funny feeling that this character goes on to season 2. I don't think Muse gets annihilated like in this season.
And so
I think he goes on to season 2 and either becomes an Inhuman in
Right.
some way or figures out a way to like fight, because he doesn't have Matt's fighting skills, but he can hold his own.
Okay.
I don't know, but also like he's gonna be mad at Daredevil now because Daredevil tried to fucking murder him. Like if it wasn't for the fact that he was hearing her heartbeat, he would have killed that guy.
Interesting. Okay. So is so you said Muse and then you compared it to Inhuman, just so everyone knows. Inhuman is compared to mutants, right?
Yes. So
what
he
used to
has like a
call.
mutant gene
Yes,
somewhere.
so he has
yeah.
a mutant gene somewhere.
Inhumans were more made out of experiments where
right.
mutants, for the most part, were
right.
born with
and
the
so
gene. Yeah.
there was that henceforth the movie called Mutants, right?
New Mutants?
New Mutants? Is
Yeah.
that the horror one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The New
yeah,
Mutants, yeah.
Did you watch that?
Yeah.
I don't.
Sucked.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Don't watch it. Fuck. It's got your girl in it, but don't watch it.
It's got who?
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Shit. That's my girl, man.
She plays magic.
Ah.
Yeah.
Anya, what are you doing to me?
So, with this in mind, guys, like I really think like Muse is such a fucking brutal character to bring into your first season of Daredevil Born Again on Disney Plus. Like I know they went pretty far in the beginning and they have had like multiple F-bombs, but you brought in one of the most brutal
Right.
villains that he has ever encountered in 60 plus years of the comics.
So episode 5, because they didn't do it episode 6. How many F-bombs did you count on episode 5?
There was a good amount from the robbers.
I know.
Good amount. Yeah.
Yep.
It was like
It was
no matter what
the
this was going to
fucking
be.
Irish.
Yeah, this was going to be rated
The
R. No
fucking
matter what.
Irish.
Yeah.
How many?
I don't know. Did you count?
I know. I did count.
I'm going to say 10.
I think it was 6.
6? Ooh. Yeah, that's more than rated R. That's super mature.
Yeah.
You only get 1 in a PG-13.
Yeah, you do.
So, yeah.
That's wild.
Like I said, guys, this was such a fucking good.
I think I like episode 5 better than 6.
I do, but as a whole, I like it together.
So far, yeah. Together,
as a
we're
whole,
doing,
like
we're doing great.
I think they knew that. That's why they batched them
Yeah,
because they
we're
knew
doing great.
like
We're doing great.
6 was not going to do well on its own.
Yeah, we're doing great. I
Yep.
think we're doing great.
We'll see where we go. We have 3 more left,
Oh my god.
and I think it's
Okay.
111. I think it's released 111.
Oh, okay.
Pretty.
So,
let me just
per week?
double check. Yeah,
I
let
think
me.
you're right.
But other than that, while I'm looking that
Okay,
up,
while you're looking that up,
yeah.
By the way, guys, so I'm gonna be headed off on another trip. I know I'm so luxurious, but I'm gonna be doing some vlogs, and I will be doing carrying my cam and my Osmo and all that shit. So I will be going to Australia, and you'll be experiencing all the Australia shit that I do there. I'm gonna try my best to video stuff for you guys, and it's gonna be for the channel. And it's gonna be for Twitch, the Sphere 21 the Sphere 21.tv.com. Nope. You know what? Just look up the Sphere 21.
Okay.
You'll find me. What is
so
it?
I did get confirmation. It is 1 a week from now on.
Oh shit. Okay. So it's 1 week per.
For the rest of them, yeah. So that means
Okay.
that if I'm not mistaken, because at least with episode 1 and episode 2, episode 1 was like an hour and something, and
Yeah.
episode 2 was like a little less than an hour, it's like 45 minutes. I'm gonna assume that episode 7, 8, and 9 are full almost hours, because that's
Okay.
why I think that's why they released 5 and 6 together, because they were literally a half hour
Gotcha.
each. Yeah.
Okay.
And because all those cuts,
Oh,
I'm
that
pretty
makes
sure they
sense.
just knew like just
All right.
release those.
So yeah.
So I'm assuming 7, 8, and 9 are after the reshoot. So they're probably gonna. I feel like they're gonna feel very different than They're gonna feel closer to episode 1. Oh, that's our timer.
Is that our timer?
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be. We got 2 more minutes. I would say that it's closer to episode 1. I'm gonna make my bets now. In tone, 7, 8, 9. They're gonna be like they're not gonna be 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Like this is
Okay.
gonna be episode 1. The amount of budget and everything, I think these are the ones they completely reshot, and I think that's why 6 was so fucking jarring, because
Got
they
it.
needed to
That
get to
makes
this
sense.
point.
Yeah, yeah.
It had to like jump a couple things, but make a couple things make sense, because like it even comes down to the fact that Matt didn't even kiss his girlfriend.
I know.
She just kissed him on the cheek.
wild.
That was so fucking weird.
That was weird.
I don't trust her.
I don't trust Matt. I'd kiss Matt.
All right. Well, other than that, guys, we will come back with a couple other 2 more episodes that were filmed today, just so you know. But just to cover up for him not being here. But until then,
Yes, I will be gone. So, you can find me on the Sphere 21 on Twitch and any other social media platform. Most importantly, Twitch. And you can find you on.
you can find me at Amory Photography. You can find the studio at Archangel Studios Official, wherever you get them. And you can find this podcast at Nerd Locker Podcast, wherever you listen.
Sorry, just turn it off.